Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's David Hodge.
Assalamu alaikum, sisters and brothers. My name is Sister Fatima Hodge, representing the messenger of the covenant, the breaker of the seven seals.
Welcome. Today's topic is the judgment of our enemies.
Alright, sisters and brothers. So, as they shared, today's topic is the judgment of our enemies. Now, sisters and brothers, a lot of you don't know who their enemies are. And you don't know that you're living in a time of judgment. And this is all due to your enemies, because they made sure you didn't know. And they made sure you didn't know who they were. They paint themselves as angels. But in reality, they're devils. Their actions speaks devil, but their English tells you that they're angels. Now, sisters and brothers, you have an open enemy, which are the Caucasian nations. They're the devils. Those are your enemies. Then you have a hidden enemy. And they're called your open enemy because you can see them. They're not hidden, they're Caucasian people. You can see them through their open enemy. However, you have this hidden enemy also that the Caucasian nations produced from the rape of the original black woman. Now, during your so-called slavery, which is actually the Holocaust, they raped the black woman constantly, relentlessly, forcing us to carry their babies. And if you understand anything about DNA, you were carrying their seed. Forced to carry Caucasian man's seed. And we produced their children in black skin. So during that time they called it you're a house Negro. And a lot of the narrative they have today is that the house Negro is light-skinned. However, skin tone doesn't matter. It's the nature of that person. That's there, it's the DNA. And those who were in Master House, they were in fact Master's children from the rape of a black woman. And in results, they produced a hybrid nation. And after blacks here are now your hidden enemies. So we identified enemy number one, which is the devil. Number two, which is your hidden enemies that no one knew about until the Son of Man exposed that hidden enemy. And then you have God. And you are viewing this right now on TV as we speak, being under destruction, terror, all types of things taking place over there right now. But they're in fact your enemies as well. Why is that? Because it tells us that they are brothers. It tells us that this enemy is actually one of us. So you don't only have an enemy who's not like you. You have enemies who are you, who are original, but they don't like you. And that's Ishmael, our older brother, who gave us to these devils.
No.
And now, as you all are viewing, they're reaping what they've sown onto the original nation. And that gets to the judgment part that we said we're going to identify today. The judgment of our enemies. And you have other enemies, however, these are the ones we want to focus on today. The judgment of our enemies. And today we're going to identify our brothers who gave us to these devils. And they are now suffering consequences for what they did. Because since 2019, 2020, we've been living out judgment. We're in the time of judgment. And they are now reaping what they have sown. He said everyone will receive consequences for what they've done to us. So you're getting front row seats right now to what they are doing over there in Gaza to women, children, families, all these, they're destroying their homes, killing them like they're nothing, like they're animals. That still doesn't compare to what they did to the black man and woman. Which is why you have to understand that you're just now able to view all the wickedness that the devils have grown and done because of the time you're living in. Social media, you have TikTok, all these things that they are showing you, these things constantly on. That's the reality now, social media, technology. You can see these things, you're recording these things visually for you to see. So imagine, just imagine, because that's all you can do, is imagine what they did to our nation. Imagine that was recorded. They won't be such angels that they paint themselves to be. Which is why right now they're being exposed for the wicked devils they are. Because we see the action that they're taking right now on Gaza.
Right. They're doing the abomination of desolation.
Right.
Which in scripture, this is the greatest sign of our time. This would be an indication that trouble for our nation was right around the corner. But you don't have anybody talking about it besides the one who unsealed it and revealed it, which is the messenger of the covenant, Suleiman. If he didn't expose it, then it wouldn't be available. Because no pastor, preacher, no so-called woke folk, the people that's on social media platform, they're completely lost. No one is sharing this event, which is the greatest sign in our time, in human history, period. This is a sign that the time of intense darkness is about to take place. And we're going to be caught up right in the middle of it. Are people going to be caught up in an unfortunate, right, that's what they say, unfortunate time that was worse than our own experience? As the sister shared, so-called slavery, which was horror. Rape, murder, genocide. Our children being burned alive. Our children, all of us being burned alive. Fed pig intestines. You see? Fed our children to gators. Hung us, burnt us alive. That you, like I said, you can't even fathom these things, right? So it's unimaginable. And they completely dehumanize us past imaginable. So take what I'm saying, and I'm telling you that there's something coming worse than our own experience. That's unprecedented, meaning that it's never happened. And our people don't realize it because, like she explained, we got enemies. And they surround all around you. And the worst ones is the ones that look like you. Massive black-faced children. The wolves in sheep clothing. The ones that blend in they blend in with us. They blend in our community with us. But they're cancer to us, destroying us, because you can identify them. At least you couldn't before, but now we're in a time where you can. You can identify them now, brothers and sisters. Because the first identification is the love they have for the devil. You can't speak bad on Master in front of them. They always back them, no matter what. They love America. They love the American dream. You see? They love the industry. They love everything about this reality. They're doing well in it. You see? They love everything but being black. Because the evidence of it is they get Master's daughter and they marry him and have children to get rid of that black skin. Same thing the Palestinians did. Our brothers, like you said, Ishmael. They betrayed us in the Holocaust from jealousy. You see, because we were the ones that inherited the kingdom, and he didn't like that, so he betrayed us. And during this time, we were told to submit to Adam, which we did. But guess what he did? He refused. You see, and he blended in with his enemy. So now he looks exactly like the same people who are blowing their asses up, killing their women and children, starving them out. You see, doing all these things to them, right? So we have no sympathy for any of these individuals because they've done nothing but cause us a bunch of harm. You see?
They don't realize that. They don't realize that in the process of them thinking that they were going to destroy us, they were actually making us greater.
Right.
This process made us strong. They put us under extreme pressure. And extreme pressure creates violence. So that's what they don't realize that they think that they were, harming us.
Right.
They were in ways, however, not. They made us stronger is what I'm trying to identify. The fact that they tried to kill us, but they only made us stronger. And like what they shared, they're working to keep you distracted, to keep you in a dead state. Because that's where our people are in right now, a dead state. Because they don't know anything else but the American dream. They don't have a vision. They're not thinking themselves. So the reason behind this is because they're working 24/7 to keep you in that position, our enemies, which is false Israel, who is in control of the media here in America. They all work together to keep you in a dead state. You may be alive, but you're dead. You don't realize it. However, the person without vision will perish. And if you're not moving forward in time, then you're being left behind. You're not growing. It means you're dead. Because you're not moving forward. And that's the tactic of the enemy. Make sure you're behind in time, not investing in yourself. Making sure you stay in the state that they put you in. Because they know if you invest in yourself in the right direction, you will be greater in the end. So that's what they plan on. Well, that's what they're doing to us. They're trying to destroy our investment, destroy us from moving forward in time.
Right.
And stop us from even thinking that we don't even realize that we're time traveling, because we're moving in time as we speak. You can't get with the last word and step back.
Right.
So that means there's time, you're moving forward.
Right.
And they don't tell you that you are responsible for your next day. You're responsible for how you're going to be in a year from now, 10 years from now. You. So whatever position you're in 2 years from now, a year from now, you're responsible for it, right? You're the reason why you're in that position. You're in that condition. But they tell you that to give to God. Give all these other people are responsible for why you are in the condition you're in. But you are responsible for that. So that's the thing that they try to keep you from understanding, that you are the reason. And understanding that we are the reason for the condition that we're in. Well, I'm not saying that we're the reason that's a condition, what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Basically,
Right.
yes, we are.
Right.
So understanding that we have to get ourselves out of that as well.
Right.
You have to do that. You have to put in that work. So they're keeping you in the mindset of not doing anything, not elevating at all. And when you don't invest, you don't get anything out of it, right? Out of what you, if you don't work, basically, you go to the gym, and if you just look at the weight, you're never going to get strong. You're just going to be in the gym. That's why, and that's what they're trying to prevent you from. Realizing that you're in the gym, you can lift these weights and get stronger.
Right.
You just know that you're in the gym, you're just looking at, you're just in the gym, and you're just looking at all these weights. So that's why all people just laughing at us, kiki, looking at black people like we're crazy, you know, because we don't even realize that we're in a, I'm just using this as an analogy, that we're in a whole, we're standing in the gym, we're not even picking up anything. We're not lifting up nothing. We can identify each machine, we can identify these things by name maybe, but you ain't never put any work into the machine so you can get your body and you can elevate.
Right.
So that's the thing that they're trying to stop us from doing, is elevating our minds and who we are. Because they said once you take the vision from people, they are going to perish. So that's exactly what they've done, taking our vision from us. We don't have a vision, but we do have a vision. But what they tell you is you don't have a vision. You have a dream. You gave you a dream instead of a vision. And they know the dream is not real.
No.
Which is why they gave it to you, sisters and brothers. And they have their demons pushing it because they believe in that dream.
No.
Because that's all they have. This is their mind.
No.
Dream. Things like that. That's their nature.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just out of this reality. The dream is not real. So we have to understand that we need a vision, not a dream.
Right.
Because a vision is something that you can move, you can work toward, and actually physically do.
Right.
A dream is something that is never gonna. It's a dream to us because we're never gonna achieve it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why it's impossible. It's fake.
Right.
Because we can never achieve it. So it's a dream. And that's all people are doing, just dreaming. Because you're never achieving the goal that you're trying to achieve. Why is that? Because you're going 100% against yourself. You don't realize that you're going 100% against yourself. Trying to push a dream that's against you. So it's going to naturally go against you, and you're not going to achieve it. It's because it's not who you are. So a lot of our people are killing themselves in the process of trying to achieve this American dream, trying to get all these things that these demons and devils have that you can't afford. But you don't know all that. Let's say we're a dead nation. So we're just looking up to the people that look like us. They talk like us. So we're mocking them. Because they're successful, so why not mock someone who is successful? That's the logical thing to do, right? If you want to be successful as well, right? Right. However, once you get the understanding that this reality is totally against you, you're never going to be able to achieve it, you would realize that you were killing yourself trying to push this reality. And that's the plan, to destroy you.
Right.
Lost visuals and places. They're in charge of your media. Everything that you're watching, 24/7, all your children you're watching, they are in control of it. If you listen to these cartoons, you listen to these certain shows that they have, they're pushing a vision. They're pushing something. Regardless if it's funny or whatever you want to call it. They're pushing a vision. And they're not pushing a vision, they're pushing a dream. But they're pushing an agenda for the black man and woman's mindset to be corrupted. In everything that you view, and it's all targeted to the black man and woman. Because they've been trying to kill us and destroy us. And they have to keep our minds distracted from you hearing us. They don't want you to hear us. Because if you start hearing us, you're going to start coming to your senses and start realizing who you are. And you're going to realize that you're in this, and you're going to start picking up them weights in that gym. You start getting stronger and stronger, and they're not going to be able to handle you. You're going to realize that you're actually a beast and they're a little mouse. And you're not a beast, excuse me. You're going to realize that you are actually a,
you're like a grizzly bear.
Yeah, you're gonna realize that you're actually
compared to a hamster.
Compared to exactly. That you're stronger than them. Right. Is that? You're gonna realize that you're more powerful, more stronger than they are. And they can't have that. They can't have that. Why they take books from you? Why they take all these things from you? This is all because they say you're animals, but they know you're not an animal. Sisters and brothers. They consider you as if you're not thinking, and they made you that way. However, they know that if they were to, we would have, or, that's another conversation with your brothers. However, the fact is, we're trying to destroy us, keep our minds distracted and not hearing. So you do not hear this message that we're giving you today.
Right.
And it's a lot of talk on social media right now.
Right.
About this event.
Exactly.
That's happening that we're speaking about, which is an abomination of desolation. That it speaks of in the Bible. That nobody is identifying as that. We're identifying this event. But we know exactly what this event is.
Right.
So they're trying to keep them from hearing us completely.
Exactly.
Because we know exactly what this event is identifying.
Right.
And the scriptures are saying about it. And the reason why they're in the situation that they're in.
Right. So if we were actually to, go along with what they want us to do, which is speak good about these devils, these demons, these, Satan. When we start speaking good about them, that's how they let you on the platform. They give you a chance. Like you said, they never give us a chance. Now. Right. That's what I'm saying. We start speaking good about these people, right? Then they might want to hear what you got to say. That way that you can influence people that look like me and you, right? Influence our people to go in the wrong direction. You see? That's what they're all about. They spend X amount of dollars every year to keep you brainwashed, to keep you programmed, to keep you going in the wrong direction, to keep you pacified, to keep you distracted from finding out that you are God's chosen people. In false Israel, they're Satan. They're not who they claim to be. And that's what's about to be exposed. Because
it's being exposed as we speak.
Right. But it's going to be exposed to the world soon.
Yeah.
Because people have their ideas of Satan. People have their ideas of devils, demons, these things. But they don't know that they're actually physical people. They think it's some spirit, some entity, something attached to you, a soul, or
that's not real.
Yes.
Like I said, dream.
Right.
It's all a dream.
Messing with your ability. Messing with your ability to think logically. Messing with your mental. You see? Messing with your well-being. Destroying your brain. Attacking you. You see?
And the woman, the man.
Right. Stuff that don't make sense. And they do that that's called destroying you. Even if you don't realize it. You see? That's what it is. And that's what their agenda is to do, is to allow you to do it. You see, because they put these things out for you to consume, right? So you taking out all these things. And you think it's so great because they hype America up, right? But it's not what it seems.
Propaganda.
Right.
Why?
These things ain't as fun as people think it is. You're trapped in hell, suffering. And you want out, and people coming. And when they get here, they're surprised. Because it's not what they thought, too. They thought, then they had to yeah, sometimes. But even then, I'm talking about like foreigners. But certain foreigners, they are original. And they didn't expect this to be the outcome, So now they have to motivate themselves now
to be here. Just
right.
They've seen pictures. And
right. They low-key scared.
They've seen videos and,
Right. They scared to be here in America because they knew America was so violent. This is a violent place. They said such and such people died this year. Nobody's even died in my country in over 50 years. That amount in over 50 years. People, they come here and be scared because this is the wickedest place. America is the worst of the devils. We were the worst. Right. So what do they make us? Make us the strongest.
You got our brothers, Ishmael, who sick them on.
Right.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
The wickedest devil. However, we're the best of planners, and we, that's another conversation. However, we submitted to this process. to be the punching bag for the whole planet.
Right.
We're the only nation, the only tribe that is alive with these devils.
Right.
Which is why it's a clear identification. We are those who it speaks about in Scripture. Because who other black nation went through 400 years of enslavement and torture and horror?
Right.
But us.
Yeah, foreign land.
Our names taken from us.
Mm-hmm.
We walking around with name Lee, and we not even Chinese. They laughing. Is that usually right? What they say?
Mm-hmm.
They Josenberger. All these last names that are not who we are.
Right.
It doesn't even fit us.
So you dream?
You're walking around with Sally, names, things like that. And those are not your names. And you don't even realize it. However, when you have these demons who look up to these names, because that's actually their name.
Right.
So, like you said, we're feeding off their energy, so they're making us love the name.
Mm-hmm.
They're called, our grandparents and all these things, saying that this is the legacy, all these things. These are demons.
Right.
And that's why they feel passionate about everything that's going on here in America. Because usually, or you being possessed, usually our nation really don't, in my experience, I really didn't care about my, last names and things like that. That was nothing I really worried about, thought about deeply, like the demons do. They cherish their names. Carter. All these little names, last names. These are all demon last names. So that's another identification of your hidden enemy as well. Because, like we said, they're the ones that's successful in this reality. They're the ones that love this reality.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Right.
Love it. And you can't change their mind about it.
Right.
They're the one redirecting your mind 24/7. So a lot of people are fully being possessed because they're surrounded by them.
Right.
Their families are full of them.
Mm-hmm.
So you act just like them.
Right.
And you don't realize, you feel something, you feel the type of way because you're original. However, you still have to suppress it because you're surrounded by demons.
Right.
And you need these demons, right? For certain reasons in your life, I'm not sure. However, some people have to keep that act on in order to survive. Because you got demon mothers, aunties, all these people who are pushing you to do things that are against you. And you don't realize why they so against me. Because that's my mom, that's my grandmother, that's my, auntie. Why is she so against me? Because she's a totally different person than you. That's another way of understanding that, because they're telling you to get things that, removed out of your body, just so you won't have babies anymore. They're telling you to get on birth control, get abortions, all these things that they're pushing for you to do that you don't really want to do. But they're in your ear 24/7. You need to get them tubes tied. You need to get them tips. You need to get them burnt, clipped, and snipped. All of it. This is what you hear from demons, because that's their vision. That's what they would do. So they're telling you literally what they would do.
Do whatever.
They're telling you what they would do, which is why we have to separate, because they are naturally against us. This is the way they think, is naturally against us. And they think they're helping you.
Mm-hmm.
So they honestly think they're helping you, because that's what they did. So they're like, you need to get this done, because this is what I did. But I also have all these things going on now. with my body. And they might not even tell you about those things. That's even more wickeder than, people who are more messed up. But some people will verbalize what's going on with them after they took the action. So it's just like, but you're still telling me to do that? Does that make sense? Right.
Right.
So they want you to be miserable just like that.
Right.
Or whatever condition that they're in, they want you to be in right along with it. Clearly. Exactly, that's their nature. So they're going to promote you to do things that's against you. You're trying to figure out why. I don't want to do these things, but I'm pressured to do it. Because of all these demons around me. You're hidden enemies. And now you're in time where they're being exposed.
Right.
So now you can see them. They're no longer hidden.
Right.
You can see them. We're telling you about them. So now you can see them. You got falsehood trying to keep this on the hush. So they don't want you hearing about who they truly are. Which is Satan.
Right.
And they're showing, it's clear as day that they're, not God's people. Because look at what they're doing as we speak. Look at what they're doing. Look at their actions. It doesn't even take rock science. Look at what they're doing. Look at their actions. On top of them destroying our nation with verbalizing. Look at this. Look at the actions of our enemies. And here's videos of that. Like we shared, Ishmael, our brother, gave us these steps. So, we don't have to and try to figure out what's really out there. They did not care about us, sisters and brothers. Not one lick did not care about us. We don't care about what they're going through either, sisters and brothers. They're reaping what they've sown. This would cause you to be that bad, right? But if you understood what really was taking place, you understand that there are enemies. There are enemies. You see someone's legs going, you see someone, anything, blind, all these things, this is all consequences. And they try to make you, have that sympathy for situations like that. However, that's all consequences when you actually look at the reality of it. Because why are you experiencing these things?
Right.
God, blessing that still that. No. That's what they want you to, give your problems to somebody that's invisible. So you never fix them yourself. And they never be fixed. Because you're giving it to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. So that's their goal. To make you not make sure you don't know it's you. That you're the cause of it. So you have to understand that we have to take vengeance on our enemies. So they're trying to keep us in that mindset that God is going to do something, So a spook is going to do it for you.
Right.
So you don't ever realize that we have to take vengeance, right? So that's the thing, they want to keep us in that mindset. So when we do have that energy to take back fully our nation, we're not prepared for it. Because we don't know. Right? Oh, I forgot the point I was making. Did you the fact
that these.
yes, they give our problems to an invisible,
Oh, yeah.
invisible God, right?
Yeah.
They gonna want you to know that you are in control and that you're gonna be the one to secure your nation. You're gonna have to work to get your mind back. You, not no God. You're not gonna be able to pray to nothing spooky to get your mind back. Because nothing spooky took it from you. These physical devils took your mind from you. They did this. So what does that mean? Yeah, that you, even though that we went through that, and you know, it, like I said, you wrapped up in your emotions, you start thinking, well, they did that to us, and why do we have to work so hard to get it? Well, that's just reality. You have to get it back. In order to come, you have to get it back. Even though they took it from us, that's just what we, you know, and that's what pressure we will go under to become gods. So you understand that you have to put in that work to get that mind back. Just as much work that they put in to take it from you. Because we have to understand that their power is coming from us, sisters and brothers. From them taking our minds from us. That's how their power right now. That's why. Because they've taken our mind from us. And we give them their power. That's what their power came from. So once we take that back, they no longer have any power. Because we are that power, right? We're the consumers. We're the ones that's keeping their reality going. They need us. Sisters and brothers? Right. So you have to understand, once you get your mind back that they took from you, they're no longer going to have anything. They're going to be nothing. They're going to be defeated, destroyed. Because they need you. Sisters and brothers? Which is why they keep you in that dead state. Because they don't even want you to know what happened to you, sisters and brothers. The only reason why you're seeing this event, this abomination, desolation that takes place, only reason you're seeing this because of the time you're living in right now, and this social media and things like that. However, I forgot the point. The point that's the only reason why you're seeing this. However, if you're seeing what took place, right? They don't want you to know what happened to you. They don't want you to know, because once you knew what happened, found out what happened to you, you start looking at them differently. You start treating them differently. You start coming to your senses that you said, and now for an eye, 2 for it, right? But we ain't got that back yet, right? But you ain't realize that we're in a time of judgment. So they have the Son of Man here giving the knowledge for us to get that mind back so we can take that vengeance, and they're trying to stop that.
No.
We're in that time of judgment, so they can't stop it. But they're trying, sisters and brothers. They're trying. But they can't stop it. Because we're in a time of, you gotta understand that their time is over with. And the pressure's only gonna get greater and greater and greater. And they can't withstand high pressure. We're the high pressure. We can. We understand that. And high pressure defeats low pressure. So just understanding that fact that they're the low pressure and we're the high pressure, that means that they're going to be destroyed, sisters and brothers, because they cannot spin within a higher pressure. You gotta understand that when the pressure increases, they don't have any discipline. They're devils. So they're going to have to apply extreme discipline in order to keep moving forward in this time, because their time is expired. They're a grafted nation. They were till after 6,000 years. They were to be here for 6,000 years and rule. Sisters and brothers, so we have to understand that they're now failing. Because their time is up. Their time is over with. So that's why you see America, everything's being exposed now. All these things, their consequences is being revealed. Because their time is running out. We're in that time. We're there. You have to understand we're in that time of judgment. And they know this. So they're panicking. So you have to understand that. I forgot the point I was trying to make.
Right. They're being crushed.
They're being crushed. Exactly. They're being crushed.
Right.
See all these events that's happening on the news. Everybody just these officers just shooting people, kill immediately. Everybody just
Right.
It's no thought being put to it. Just immediate. It's just a lot going. You got children that they can't control. Children in schools now. There's no teachers. All these things is going on. Why? Because the pressure is increasing and they can't control this stuff anymore. They can't even keep control of their school systems. That's how bad it is. And their children. Those are kids. So this just shows you that America has no more life because, like I said, their time has expired. So they're trying their hardest to keep this alive, keep this stuff up. Like you said, like spending countless of money to keep this going. But they're not going to be successful in the end. We are, sisters and brothers, because we're the only people that can stand high pressure. And that's what's coming. It's going to get greater and greater. The pressure's only going to get greater and greater and greater on the planet. And you have to adjust to that. And we're the only nation that can do that adjustment. The Caucasian nation cannot make that adjustment. They can try. They will never make that full adjustment like the original nations able to. They won't be able to last long at all. Even if they do, they won't last long. That's the thing. Because they do apply. I mean, you can apply certain discipline, which is what's required. And only our nation can. The original nation is the nation that has no discipline, and that's why we know that we're going to be the ones to excel from the situation, because that's what it requires: discipline, extreme discipline, and that's what we're about. So we're about to be in heaven, sisters and brothers. But you have to come to that in your mind. Not God, nobody. You have to do that. We have to achieve it. We have to get our minds back. I said that, take our minds back. Because they took our minds from us. Get it back. And we're going to be able to, and just knowing that fact alone, that their time is up. And they're not going to live, they don't even have enough discipline to keep going. Just understanding that they're going to perish. So you have to understand that we're going to be the ones to excel, right? We share. But that's with understanding who you are, your mind. And that's another thing. Well, yeah. So basically, understanding your nature. Letting go of this reality and picking up your nature, which is mathematics. The 5 mathematical is Islam.
Right.
This is who you are. This is your nature. This is what you operate from. In order to firm our hearts, to get us to a state to where we're not in that emotional state, we recite. In our heart, we call it the heart zone. We're in our heart zone. We recite. So you have that firm heart. So you're not affected by certain things. And their mechanism is to drink liquor. What do they call it? Liquid courage. Liquor courage, right. You all of a sudden, why you get courage all of a sudden? When you drinking that liquor. Because that's what they use to get that firmness that they think they have. Yeah. They don't have it though. That's why I said they're using semblance
It's illusion.
to feel like they have power.
It's really gonna happen.
That's not no power, though, sister brother. And that's why it's destroying them and destroying everyone who's consuming in it. Because it has no power. No real power.
Mm-hmm.
It might feel like it, but it doesn't. It's not any real power. Exactly, because it does make you confident a little more, huh?
Right.
That's what the results have been.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to understand your nature to achieve that is reciting. Firming, that's how we firm ourselves. That's how we are able to stay upright in the room, able to have keep our heads up and things like that, and able to, walk in the room and nothing affects us emotionally, things like that. That's that's one of the pillars of Islam, which is excuse me, zakat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, baby, thank you. Yes, slots. So understanding that these slots is what we use to firm our heart. And we have to put down the enemy's ways. Because that's their ways to be successful, not ours.
Right. It's like you say, the guys eating dog food, right? With cats. We operating off the wrong, we're operating off the wrong, we're operating off the wrong system, brothers and sisters. We have the wrong operation system. That's what they, like you said, that's what they want you to do. They want you to eat dog food with your cat. They want you to keep going in the wrong direction. They want you to keep pushing that destruction. That's obviously killing you, right? So our job is to get you what you need to be successful to return home. Because like you said, the people without a vision will perish. Our people know they had a second option. So that's what we're here for. To give you that second option, which is to leave. To go back where they took you from. Go home, brothers and sisters, but you can't go home blind elephant. You just tear up stuff. You're strong, but you ain't got your mind. You ain't the right mind. You're the devil's mind. So that means you still be in hell. Because your mind is what creates your reality. You see? So you bring hell, if you got a hell mind, you bring hell with you. And you bring hell on everybody else around you. See? So that's the dilemma. Our people have the wrong operation system and the wrong mind. See? So that's what we're here to do. Give you the right information. Because you're being fed bad information, which is tailored to destroy you, which the enemy did deliberately.
We're going to destroy them by taking our minds back. Once we take our minds back and understand that we're destroying them, we have to take it back to us, sister. And like Brother David shared as well, we want to, before we end the video, we want to identify that, get back to the point that we shared for us. We're in a time, like he said, we're about to be in a time of unprecedented trouble. A time like no other. It's worse than we went through this time before the now. You're about to see unprecedented. These things that you're about to view and see. It tells you in the scriptures to flee when this event takes place. When the event takes place, that's how bad it is identifying in that scripture how serious this time that's about to approach us very soon is going to be.
Right. It
said flee.
It said walk.
Flee, sister and brother.
It said stroll.
Why is the scripture telling us to flee? Why are we fleeing? Let everybody love each other? No. You don't understand that these devils are plotting against you.
Fleeing in an urgent manner.
They're about to turn to their true nature. Sisters and brothers, once false Israel is fully exposed, I love David shared. But they're not to keep you Abraham. Oh. Hold on, so now they're thinking with their mind. That means that, hold on, we're going to be judged. That means we're going to be cursed. Because who else? Who other nation represents, meets that description, but the black man and woman. And when they realize that they have been torturing 24/7 God's people, they're going to panic, and they're going to go into attack to get rid of you. We gotta get rid of them. We gotta get rid of the evidence that we killed, that we did all those things to the niggers. And they still think we're a bunch of niggers at the end of the day. In the midst of knowing that we God's people.
Right.
They still cursing you. So they want to get rid of you now because they gotta get rid of the evidence.
Right, they think right. You want to get rid of it. You gotta get rid of it faster.
Faster, right.
Because
yes.
judgment's upon them.
Yes.
It's on them now.
Right.
They
and that's just clear. That's clear. It came out that their fathers failed. So that's clear as day. That they are not. Because it said they will not be uprooted.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just all these signs that they see. Just want to panic them. They're already witnessing these things happening. They're preparing, sisters and brothers.
Mm-hmm.
People are not. That's why I said flee. Flee, sisters and brothers. Once you see this abomination of desolation, flee. That's the abomination of Israel. That's not supposed to happen. Right? False Israel's not supposed to go down.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to be God's people. What do you mean?
Right.
That's an abomination as well. So they're going to, like I said, attack all blacks. You're going to be under full attack. Devils, demons, and original blacks.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's why they don't accept you, demons, because you look like us.
Right.
You know, you're not finna go and pick around. You original, you black. You like me, you like us. No. They're about to kill all black. Get rid of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be running from your life too, from your own father. Where are you running to? Because you love America. They don't want to leave here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing you got to understand. These demons are going to be in for a rude awakening. Because they're going to be attacked by their daddies.
Right.
Trying to win the love for them, they're going to be attacked by them.
Right. Right. That's what they're going to be.
Because they're not going to know that they're against it, but they're going to realize.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a whole other situation. That's a whole other war that they're going to be dealing with their own father.
Right.
And they're going to lose.
Mm-hmm. But, you know, that is part of the flee, though. Because they don't hesitate.
Exactly.
They flee. We don't go back to get your baby. That's deep. But it said, don't hesitate, you lose your life.
Mm-hmm.
But guess who hesitated? The demons.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people be caught up in that scenario with the damn demons they hanging on.
Which is why we're here. That beacon light that you're going to need. So when this time comes, you heard that message. You heard these people telling me to flee, to get out of here.
Get out of there. Get away from them. Get away from the people. Get away from these people who hate you. Get out of their communities. Get out of their neighborhood. Get away from these individuals because they're going to kill you. So you need to get further away from them, which is, you know, get into the inner city where all blacks are. Where black people are is where we at. In the hood. That's where they put us at. Right? So.
That's what you're going to do. That was what I want to, make clear here before we end our video. To make sure that you understand that message. And understand how serious the time that's about to approach is going to be. And you can't really, speak on this because it's never happened, brothers and brothers. So you can't really prepare mentally for something that you've never experienced. But you can definitely have an idea in your mind, and that's why we're here to give you that picture of what's about to happen, to make you start to realize and wake up to what's at stake. So you are able to understand that you need your mind back. Because that's what it's going to take for us to defeat our enemy. getting our minds back. So that's why we're on a mission to assist our brothers and sisters with getting your mind back. Because that is the weapon to destruction of our enemies. So this is that was we had today for the judgment of our enemies. Is there anything else to say?
No, ma'am. That's it.
Alright. So we wrap it up. Assalamu alaikum.
That's all.